That's right. It seems that at last we have found a cut campaign for Medieval to Total War Kingdoms. In my cut content series, we have talked before about the Caesar in Gaul, Hannibal at the Gates, and Scipii campaigns that were meant for Rome 1, along with the lost faction of Illyria, cut units, and lost mechanics, such as units costing food. And although we found stuff for Medieval 2, lost units, and the beta campaign map, overall we had nowhere near as much interesting stuff for it. But now this has been found in the files and finally brought to my attention. This is for the disc version, found by Luke, credit to him of course. It is called NP_Denmark, meaning the red faction is likely to be the Danish Vikings. This uses the Britannia map but has less settlements. It seems to be set during the same era, or near enough, as Thrones of Britannia. However, certain liberties have been taken, given that CA were heavily limited at the time. For example, at this time historically, there was no England, Wales, Ireland and Denmark, but you cannot use this argument against it, as also at 1080 on the main campaign there was no Portugal, Spain, Russia, etc. It seems that the basic idea for this was kept, but the time period scrapped. Instead, they must have pushed it to a later date, and then we got the Britannia campaign out of that. I want to point out though that on the Denmark map, some of those Irish settlements are in different colours. Only slightly, but they are different. Perhaps Ireland was meant to be broken up into separate warring states in this expansion, which would kind of make sense, as otherwise Ireland would be pretty boring in this campaign if it was united. In fact, the AI probably won't even be able to do anything but lose land to public order and then conquer it back again. In addition, there is also another difference. Whereas on the new one, the bit of land of Norway and France is darkened out, indicating it is just for decoration, on the original it lights up and uses the same colouring as the other rebel settlements. Could it also be possible that those territories were originally meant to be in the game as well? Could you perhaps sail to Norway and France and conquer it? Or have enemy hordes spawn there and invade the Isles? What is so incredibly interesting, I think, is that we now have discovered a potential 3 lost campaigns, and the mysterious Scipii campaign, each one of which we know about since has actually become a campaign in the newer titles, either as DLC or as, basically again DLC. So there we go. Thrones of Britannia was meant to be an expansion for Medieval 2 Kingdoms, not an expansion for Attila. Let me know down in the comments which you would have preferred. The one we have now, or the cut campaign. Well done to Luke for spotting this. Anyway, subscribe for more, like if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one, tomorrow's video. But for now, goodbye.